Mwahaha! Welcome to episode 13 of Bad Music Video Theater, the Halloween Spooktacular. Today on the show, we'll be screaming along with the Prince of Darkness, the King of Nightmares, the Ghost with the Most, Freddy Krueger, and watch as he terrorizes the 80s glam metal band Dokken. These are the Dream Warriors.
Hi, I'm Don Dokken.
And I'm Jeff Pilson.
And we've got a new song. In fact, it's the title track to Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
It's called Dream Warriors, and Freddie said if we came by, he'd play it for us.
But as you can see... I fucked up.
Dream Warriors was written to promote the Nightmare on Elm Street movie of the same name. Let's see, why ever would this band be chosen to write a song for a movie where a burned man terrorizes children in their dreams?
I think it's a perfect movie for Dokken to do a soundtrack for.
We're always writing songs about dreams and stuff anyways.
No, truthfully, it was more of a traditional Hollywood route.
Yeah, actually, our management, Cliff Bernstein, was good friends with Wes Craven.
Yeah. Could have been anybody.
Happy accident.
The song was written specifically to taste for the producers.
It was specific. It has to be called Dream Warriors and try to make it spooky, and the lyrics should be about the movie. I still remember my version. I didn't make it. Mine was Dream Warriors. We can be heroes inside of our dreams.
Wow, that's a good gag. I like that gag. And I like the riff.
Metal seems like such a natural partner for horror, and yet I can't think of any other horror metal hybrids. Oh, not him.
And see if we can find where he hid the video. Hi.
We join Patricia Arquette's character, Kristen, as she builds a popsicle stick version of Nancy Thompson's home from Nightmare 1. The only difference from the original footage is that she covers this one in clippings of Dokken. With Kristen nodding off, we zoom into the popsicle stick home and get our first glimpse of the band. Starwipe, Starwipe. She gets up, revealing the normal-sized version of the house behind her. You know, I scour my own videos second by second for drop frames, and yet these guys making a major studio tie-in can't seem to do the same. I can't tell if this skeleton guitar looks cool or hokey. Sometimes the integration of the band into the movie footage works well, and sometimes it's so goofy it's unbelievable. Really strange move to make your band look like the villain of the piece, but you do you, Dokken. Most of the video is just footage from the movie, which you guys already know gets under my skin. But in the second half, we finally get some new scenes with Kristen. Guitarist George Lynch bursts into the room and delights her with his shredding, but is quickly kidnapped by Freddy Krueger. She follows them through the hole and into the cave basement. Mick Brown suddenly appears on drums, with the kit popping in piece by piece. In a video with Freddy Krueger and horrifying nightmare skeletons, how is Dokken the cheesiest thing here? This is high caliber acting from Don Dokken. Once again, the villain is defeated with the powers of rock.
What a nightmare. Who were those guys?
Of course, now we need a goofball comedy ending. See, it's funny because Freddy usually gives people nightmares, and now he's afraid of them. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what we're going with.
With the release of Nightmare 3, Freddy slashed his way to the top. He's a media phenomenon.
Ultimately, this video is better than the other movie tie-ins that I've covered on this show. They actually try to connect the clips into the plot of the video, instead of just placing them in there at random. It's sloppy at times, but it's better than most.
The Dokken video was kind of ahead of its time. We were at the early end of MTV, and it was kind of the perfect opportunity to take heavy metal and horror and make one nasty thing out of it.
It was cutting edge, you know, I mean, nobody had done it. We were like the first band to do that, you know, all that stuff and mix it with the movie.
Are you guys sure about that one? Because I don't think that's true at all. The film became a massive hit, debuting at number 1 and earning nearly $45 million on a $4.5 million budget.
For the very first time in history, a small independent film has swept the weekend box office grosses.
And the top money-making film this past weekend is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
This is right before the series went off into hoo-ha land, and you can already see some shades of that here. What with the ghost nun subplot and the Ray Harryhausen skeleton battle, but there's just so much to like about it. The song itself didn't do all that much sales-wise. It barely charted, making it to number 22 on the US album Rock Tracks chart. But being featured in the movie cemented their status in the horror community.
I've never gone anywhere or performed anywhere, any of us, where we don't either see the EP or an album or get asked to do the song, or it's part of our legacy.
Not only is this song featured over the end credits, but Kristen listens to their single Into the Fire early in the movie, and Taryn wears a Dokken t-shirt in a handful of scenes. Clearly someone in the New Line marketing department was a fan. Dokken is most commonly associated with this song and the franchise as a whole. They still perform the song to this day, and their IMDb photo is with Freddie, for God's sake.
Go on, Bobby. Schmooze with Joan, baby. What do I care? I've got a hit video on MTV.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I always appreciate people liking and sharing my videos, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I also really recommend people check out the Never Sleep Again documentary about the making of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. It was really helpful in putting together this episode, and it's also just a fantastic look at how these movies were made. If you know of any terrible music videos you'd love to see me cover, drop them in the comments. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.
And maybe tonight you'll be gone, dream warriors.
No, please, no. Ah! Oh, phew.